Okay, that's going. This is going. Okay. All right, guys. We are live, and this is Indie Talk with Jesse and Jeryn, featuring the return of Super Max Hernandez. How's it going, Hernandez?
What's up, guys? How's it going up there?
Pretty
Well,
good.
pretty good, yeah. Enjoying some good weather and pretty opposite of what you're dealing with, but we're getting by. So.
Well, before you say anything, y'all's
Oh,
idea of good weather and my idea of good weather is way too different.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
I don't care
Yeah.
about how here just don't let that cold come.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I remember the first time I had a winter as an adult. It was 2007 in England doing the England TNA. That showed you how much you can get a hoodie down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hopefully it doesn't cut out more. You were cutting out a little bit, but hopefully it doesn't do that again. Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know I had a friend he lives in Waco, Texas, and I guess they got a little bit of snow over there, and he's like, I've never seen snow over here. This is crazy. So yeah. So yeah, I bet it's got to be a culture shock to see snow in Texas. So yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So what have you been up to? What if I think it's been 7 months since we've seen you. So what have you been up to?
I'm still alive. That helps.
That's good. Yeah, yeah.
We're talking. I'm alive. I've been doing some cool indies. I went to England. I went to Canada a couple of times. Just doing some cool little tours. I do some acting work and some stunt work in Austin because they're shooting a lot of TV and films there. So I mean, I'm saying it's possible. I'd rather make my money close to my house so I can sleep in my own bed and everything's going good, man.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm looking back, and I guess it was last summer, pretty much the beginning of summer, June 6th, when we first had you. So it's been a little bit now, and yeah, and oh yeah. So what kind of acting are you doing? That sounds exciting.
I'm just basically what you saw me doing in LAX and Lucha Underground, just the big cholo guy. I'm not trying to be no Shakespeare.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm stuck in my ways. I got my own persona I want to use all the time, and just like the Danny Trejo actor, I want to be just like him, as a badass character actor. That's all I want to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 definitely. You sure you don't want to become the next Dwayne Johnson or anything, or?
My number one rule of life is never be greedy, and that's to me that's
that's true.
Go with what you're at, stick in your wheelhouse, and things will go out great for you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Looking through Facebook comments here, we got All Out Pro Wrestling owner Pete King says, "What's up, Hernandez? Long time brother." So, yeah.
Pete's a cool dude. I wrestled for him one time in Wisconsin, and he's very cool, man. Hopefully I can come back up there when it's maybe summertime or not winter. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, do a summer show. It might be better. So,
most definitely.
And yeah, I just want to say thank you again, Pete King, for getting us Hernandez for the first time now. This is really cool. And now we got Hernandez was nice enough to come back on. So this is really awesome. So yeah. And we got North Dakota wrestler Bullet Bronson says legend with 2 exclamation points, and definitely agree with that. So yeah. And
man, I'm a very humble dude. 20 years from now, no one's going to care about me. They're going to worry about the next wrestler and so on and so on. I just want to get back where I can in wrestling while I still can, and hope I can leave wrestling better than when I had it. That's all you can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And looks like Pete had one more comment. He says loved sharing a beer with Hernandez. So yeah.
Oh, I'm on an A light right now, brother.
Oh, he's got a beer right now. There you go. Yeah, definitely. All right. Jesse.
So Hernandez, just recently we lost Don West. Can you explain to us what he meant to you?
And it's rough because you never heard someone saying nothing negative about Don. He was the man, and not just on commentary. A lot of people don't realize that, I guess in the 90s, early 2000s, this guy was the king of the home shopping network. Like 3 more those infomercials for, pushing those baseball cards. You have to buy this card. And so that's how I first saw him ever. And then when I meet him, he's a pleasure to be around, very knowledgeable about every aspect, very respectful. Even, how we meet some people and they're not knowledgeable in subjects, but they still want to be a know-it-all. No, he wants to absorb all the information. Yeah. This guy, when we did the house shows, everyone knows in the teenage we do well on TV, but the house shows are always hit and miss. But Don West, he came to every house show and he was pushing that merch, and those merch sales definitely helped us every quarter. I came out large. I came out large because of him. And just think, I mean, you never would. I don't know what I would call my finishing move if it wasn't for Don West coming up with the name Border Toss. He came up with the name Toss. He said, that's how I got my family across the river from back. And if you ever watched Don West and Mike Tenay back, 06, 07, 08, they not only they give you knowledge, but they also watched it like a fan, like very first time seeing it. So the casual fan turning the channel watching, oh my God, did you see that? And they would hit that replay, and Don West would sell it like it was $1 million. And he made a lot of guys stars quicker than should have been, myself included.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know. I remember it was a couple years ago. I think it was like in the Impact Wrestling site with the shirts. I just remember them. Buy this now. You got to do it now. You never get to have another opportunity. So yeah. But yeah, it came to such a shock. I was just, I don't know. I think I was just in a car with my dad going somewhere, and I was just looking up on Facebook and it says Don West passed, and I was like, that's really sad. I know I've had a lot of good wrestlers pass this year, and no, a lot of them are before my time, but that one, Don was a little before my time, but he was also like the person when I first saw, got my first Impact Wrestling DVD, just starts electric, and I'm like,
yes,
Don West. Yeah. So yeah. It was really sad to hear that news, and just I would probably say one of the greatest commentators ever. So yeah.
I enjoy his color commentary 1000%. So
Yeah. I think he and Mike for sure up there with the Lawler and Ross and WCW commentators and everything.
Always like Mike Tenay. Mike Tenay's the professor, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just want to, just Don West, thank you for so many years of wrestling and giving us probably the best commentary we'll ever see for sure. So, and just being a great person from what Hernandez said, and a lot of other wrestlers have said before too.
Is me, everyone.
Everybody.
No one's gonna say nothing bad about Don. He's a great dude.
Yeah, definitely. And the Impact that the Hard to Kill pay-per-view did a 10-bell salute, and they made a tribute video, and thought they did a nice and respectful way of doing that for sure. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you, Don West. So yeah. What else? Oh yeah, the holidays, how were your holidays?
This is how I like it. As you get older, you want them to be laid back, low key, and relaxed. You want no stress. You don't want, man. My wife was fabulous. She did all the Christmas shopping, so all I had to do was just be alive. And it was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
You guys just Christmas and New Year's was good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's illness and sickness going around this time of year, but hopefully you guys are both healthy and everything's going good with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I stayed pretty healthy during the holidays, and pretty much just went to grandma's house, and then the rest just kind of chilled for Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, did stuff, and then Christmas Day kind of chilled and more laid back, and yeah, it was a pretty good Christmas. So our Christmas holidays, and mm-hmm. And New Year's didn't do much either. Just kind of watched the ball drop and all that on TV. So yeah. How are your holidays, Jesse?
They were pretty good. I mean, pretty much laid back and relaxed. Didn't really go anywhere. So
Yeah, definitely. The fans. Hopefully, you guys had a good holidays and New Year as well. So
yeah, that's important.
Yeah. All right, I'll give it to you, Jesse.
So Hernandez, would you ever go back to Impact if someone was to make a phone call to you and say, we want you to come back?
Well, you never say never. I mean, I came back, I left in 14, left in 18, left in 21.
Okay.
It's just, as you get older, you figure out what you like to do, what you want to do. And, if the right circumstance comes around, like I said, if I can do some more stuff with Johnny Swinger or do some stuff more with Homicide, cool. Or if they got a young Hispanic guy that wanted to bring up and do some tag stuff, other than that, I'm good. I'm living a good life. I'm in indies. I make my own schedule, wrestling who I want to wrestle, and unless those three, one of those three rise, I have no interest in going back.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, this I did put on my Impact shirt today because it makes sense. So finally get to use it on the show. So I've used that for this show, and then a few months ago we had Ken Anderson, who was definitely a big part of TNA as well. So yeah. Yeah. Or actually, yeah, kind of on the subject of that, did you have many interactions with Anderson over the years, or?
Ken was extremely professional when he was in TNA. Extremely professional. I mean, I had a couple of matches with him and went really well. Ken was a good guy. He had WWE experience, so of course a lot of guys should have come up to him for some knowledge. But he was very accommodating. I mean, nothing negative about Ken at all. Good guy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, me and Jesse know all about Ken Anderson because he's got a school down here in Minneapolis, and runs it really well, and get to see a lot of his students at shows. So yeah, he's doing pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh shoot, not that one. Is there any new merchandise that you have that you came out with recently?
Merch is always gonna be good with me. Obviously shirts. I have koozies. I got coffee mugs, and just whatever audience that I'm going to. Especially if there's a big Hispanic community, I do really well, and especially obviously I'll be the baby face there. And man, you never know. I mean, I change it up probably every 2-3 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, merchandise is always a big and important thing for wrestlers, and buy wrestlers merchandise and support them, guys. So yeah.
Just like any entertainment form, or just support who you like, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. LT Gray on Facebook wants a greeting. Well, thank you for joining here, LT Gray from Minnesota. So yeah. Yeah.
What's up?
Mm-hmm. And who else? We got Paul Gerards on Facebook here. He says, were you a standout athlete? When did you decide to hit the weights and slash sports?
Man, I played baseball when I was a little kid, and basketball in high school. And my 11th grade year, my mom finally let me play football. And my first year playing football, I broke the school record in sacks in the season, sacks in the game, and sacks in the career. And the next year, those records. I wish I had played football sooner. Actually, I went to a junior college for football, and I ended up playing at Texas A&M at Kingsville. And then I played 2 years in arena football. But yes, I did. I wish I would have known that I would have been a good football player, because I didn't start playing until 11th grade. I didn't even lift weights until my freshman year of college.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So were you a pretty small dude in high school, or still average, but this got bigger and
about 205 pounds without even lifting weights. And
yeah.
First time I squatted in high school, I squatted 400. And first time I benched was 305. It's what do you call the thing? Power clean. Power clean is like 275. And and I go, those weights hurt. I'll be playing basketball. I go to college and everyone's bench pressing 400 pounds. I go, man, I better learn how to lift weights now. And I went from 203 my freshman year in college to 265 my senior year. I just kept going because I love, once you get, the weights are going to hurt, and you get into seeing results and stuff like that, you're going to grow like a weed, especially if you've never lifted before. And that's what happened. I had proper lifting guys teaching me how to lift. And man, by the late 90s, I was squatting 808. And I was benching 545. And that helped me because, when I was in TNA and doing the singles push, Cornette, man, you're strong like Dr. Death, man. We're going to do some cool things. And so we do something to do for that short period for that single run I was doing like some cool pressive lifts, because what Cornette saw Dr. Death do in the 80s. So, well, you know how it goes. What's old is always going to be new again. And no one really understood or even put two and two together that I'm doing the exact same spots that Dr. Death did in the mid 80s.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean that's definitely impressive. Powerlifting. That's or just lifting weights in general. That's definitely a skill and power to use. So yeah, we had a guy on here from Florida, and he did some like bodybuilding work, and he used to be he's a pretty big guy, and he was talking to us about that, and I was like, that's pretty impressive. So I think any number is impressive in general. So yeah, definitely. And football too. I was I don't watch too much of it, but today I just kind of decided with a couple friends to watch the Vikings game, and of
I was
course that ended well. So yeah, it went all right until like the very end when they lost, but that's the Vikings. So yeah.
I
uh,
like this as a kid, but I mean, I'm just being realistic. I can't get behind Kirk Cousins, so I'm sorry.
yeah. I was
yeah,
like, there's so many couple bad plays that just didn't make sense, but yeah, but I guess we still cheer for him somehow. So yeah. Oh man. All right. Jesse.
so since we're kind of on the subject of football here,
Mhm.
Hernandez, what was your reaction to when Hamlin went down in that game with Cincinnati Bengals due to the cardiac arrest?
Man, that was. I mean, you never want to see something like that,
Right.
It was, I'm not, anyone will tell you that was a basic play. That happens 80, 90% of the time. So he made the tackle. Yeah, he took a hit to the chest, made the tackle. He hopped up and immediately collapsed. Man, I'll be very honest with you, I turned the channel as soon as I saw that because
Yeah.
I couldn't watch, a young in his prime pass away on live TV.
Right.
You immediately know something wrong because he just collapsed. He didn't grab nothing.
Yeah.
So it was, Godspeed for him. How he's recovering. But I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Easily the roughest thing I've seen. Probably since maybe the late '80s, early '90s when Dennis Byrd got paralyzed for the Jets.
Mm.
And I'm an old man, so I have to tell you, but that's the only thing that came close to that.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know. I heard about that. I was like, it's just a cardiac arrest on the field after he just took a simple move. That was definitely really scary. So, yeah, for any athlete to do that, it'd be super scary just to be there and you don't know what's going on with your body and everything. Just really scary.
Athlete, just for you to be a 24-year-old man and say you just play wrestling with your friends in the backyard and that happens. I mean, can you imagine? This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. What should we go with? I'm gonna go. Um, who would Impact do you think has the most potential currently?
Tasha.
Tosh. Oh
Tasha
yeah.
and
Mhm.
Savannah Evans.
What was that second name again?
Savannah Evans.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I've heard a couple of their names before. So,
Tasha used to be with Kira Hogan.
Yep.
oh, okay. Yeah, I think I remember that now.
And if you see Tasha, I'm sorry, not Tasha, Savannah, man, she's big. She looks like she can take on a dude, and it looks rough. I think if if someone can get behind her and show her some power stuff, she could be really really good.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It's looking pretty muscular woman for sure. So yeah, and I've been keeping up with Impact here and there and trying to watch full matches, and I know been watching some Speedball Mike Bailey stuff, and he's been I think definitely doing a great job of entertaining the fans and wrestling, and does a lot of crazy things for sure. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you still follow Impact a lot, or kind of just watch it here and there, or whenever it pops up, or?
But if I see some clips, I'll watch. But
Yeah.
when you have your own life, and I'll be honest with you, I don't watch wrestling as much as I used to. Unless I'm watching, I guess one of my friends are having a really good match or a big hyped up match. But I don't. Man, I got 3 kids and 3 step. I have other things to do besides watch wrestling. So it's I'm sorry for my Debbie Downer on that one.
No, you're good. I always ask because I'm like, oh, a lot of wrestlers are probably out of the company. They're probably not watching as much, and of course, when you got family, probably not doing it as much either. So, and I'm kind of. I kind of just watch clips or YouTube or top 10. That's the best way to get it now. So.
Oh yeah,
this happened.
You want all your news and information right at the tip of your fingers. Now with social media, you can get just the best clips of the whole match, and not even have to watch the match now.
Yeah. Paul Gerards on Facebook says, or he's got 2 questions. Who's the strongest wrestler you ever faced?
I would have to say when I was younger, Dr. Death and Haku.
Okay, yeah.
Because I had like about 5-minute squash match about 20 years ago, wrestling Haku, and man, you just know that he could handle you if he wanted to. Wrestling Dr. Death in All Japan, very eye-opening because let's be realistic, because I was a big 310-pound kid, squatting 800 pounds, benching over 5. So there's not many guys in my league in pro wrestling. And you lock up and you can feel Dr. Death's strength just from a tie-up. And that was the first time I go, oh man, maybe I'm not the strongest guy in the ring this time.
Yeah. Those are definitely 2 of the biggest or strongest wrestlers out there for sure. So. And he says, he also says, who's the most athletic wrestler you ever faced?
Most athletic has to be a tie. AJ Styles and Ricochet when he was King Puma in Lucha Underground.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's hands down the most athletic guys I've ever been in the ring with.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I like Ricochet's character a lot more back then. He's doing all right in WWE, but it doesn't not as good as the Indies for sure.
When he was Puma with a mask in Lucha Underground, he was money. He was 1,000% money. I haven't seen what he does in WWE at all. I know when he had the mask on, he was awesome.
Right. Yeah. And AJ, of course, too, probably one of the most athletic and probably greatest of all time for sure. So.
In our generation, yes, I think I would think he's 1, 2, and
3. Right. Yeah. I finally got to see him in person on a live event show and back in December, and same with Jesse. And I was just like, it was a house show, not much going on, but like just seeing him do like phenomenal forearms and flips and all that is just insane how he does that. So yeah. Jesse.
So what was your relationship with Eric Bischoff? Did you have a relationship with him or not really?
None. He was one of the executives in charge. The few times I did have interactions with him was maybe vignettes and stuff like that. Or when we had interaction when I was with the group Mexican America, we had interaction with Hulk Hogan. We would have interactions with Eric, but he was all business brother. So it's if I can't find a common ground or an outlet, maybe like sports or maybe like jokes or something like that. And, man, okay, let's just keep it business. All right, sir, you got it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, probably back then he didn't probably talk to a whole lot of people, but I know now he's kind of gets out there and does like meet and greets for promotions and
Very cool.
some yeah, some in some wait, no, it was I think October he did some stuff for a North Dakota promotion and he seemed like a good dude. So yeah. What else? Oh yeah, Paul just wants clarification. Dr. Death was Steve Gwen Williams, right?
Brother, if you don't know who Dr. Death is, please meet him. I love I love all the wrestling fans, the ones that like me and don't like me. But guys, if you're to ask questions, you're hurting my feelings. You're hurting the host's feeling, not knowing who Dr. Death Steve Williams is. You know, don't get offended because my kids do the same thing. You know, if it's happened in the last 10 years, it never happened.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Who's that? Vern Gagne? Who's that? No. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's yeah, I knew at least right away. I know for sure his name was Steve for sure, but yeah.
Dr. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve Williams, dude was gigantic. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What's a good road story or any story that you have?
Man, I think the most PG version that is actually funny or weird is me and Homicide were doing the TNA house shows up in upstate New York. And this was maybe 06, 07, maybe 08 the most. And we're driving and you had a little GPS that's attached to the rental car. And obviously something went wrong. And we up on the Canadian. Now, if everyone knows Homicide, he's from, this side, he's a New York guy. Goes, let me talk to immigration. I go, no, bro, please don't talk to him. So because no, I got this. Right. So we talked to him because we took the wrong turn, so we couldn't. It wouldn't let us U-turn back out without going through customs first. So we go through customs and say, hey, we're wrestlers and we're just lost. Because I know how you like Bret Hart up here. So man, if you just let us go and we'll get back to the house show. Man, they brought us in the building. They searched the car. They had the dogs go with us, sniff the car, everything. And man, we were late. It took us about an hour and a half to get out of there. So we got fined for being late for the house show. Because Homicide he's like, oh, well, Canadian people like wrestling, so I figured they'll let us go.
I guess so. Makes sense. Oh man, yeah. That sounds like Homicide for sure. And yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've heard Homicide stories over the years, and they're pretty interesting for sure. So, yeah.
Oh, and he's known for it, man. He plays as hard as you see him on camera and that hard off the camera.
Oh yeah. Oh, what was actually? Did you guys like hang? What was I gonna say? Do you guys like sleep over at houses or anything, or how was he like during like in a living situation? If you guys like bunk together, hotels or anything?
We share a hotel room.
Yeah.
Same thing. Same. Cutting costs. The rental car. We go in halves. We go in halves in the hotel. So Miller's the same. We're a perfect art couple. I like to work out, and he likes to sleep and smoke weed. So.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And I know there's a story. There's like 4 indie guys, and Homicide was there with like Samoa Joe and CM Punk and a couple others. And I know he was like going off for he was doing something. He was like partying all night, and then they like threw up in the bathroom, and then Samoa Joe walked in there like almost slipped or something. I was like, oh no. So yeah. So yeah, he's quite the dude for sure. So
Definitely.
shout out to Homicide. So, yeah. Yeah. Pete King says, what do you think of Double J, Jeff Jarrett, and AEW?
Man, power to Jeff Jarrett. I mean, that guy's got not more than 9 lives.
Mm-hmm.
How many times he come back and keep producing and keep doing, make himself relevant. That's great. There's power to him. He's got to be at least mid-50s now, and he knows how to create controversy and get himself out there. So I mean, you can't say nothing negative. I mean, you can't hate because this guy's constantly reinventing himself to where he's in front of the public eye and pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's 55 years old. So yeah, he's mid-50s and still going. And yeah, I don't know why there's been so many people like hating on Jeff Jarrett for coming to like AEW and being like that ex WWE guy and also big time talent. I was like, I think he's doing really good with what he's doing. And it's Jeff Jarrett. So.
I'm sure he can only help those matches get better. So
yeah. And I mean, I'm glad he's kind of like doing the AEW stuff and like that the indies now, because like when he came, I didn't follow up with him too much before he got inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he did like that weird Royal Rumble spot and like a little match. And I was like, Jeff Jarrett's got to have more than that. I want to see more of what he does, and I think he's definitely able to show that right now. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Jesse.
So what are your takes on Kid Cash?
On Kid Cash, bro, he's awesome. I mean, my interactions and experience with him was always great. I mean, he's a smaller dude, but we've always had kick-ass matches on the house shows and pay-per-views, and man, he brings it every night. So I mean, love the dude. I think he's a great dude, and I think he's believable, when you watch him wrestle, because he can still do his high flying stuff, but he still has the character and the charisma and the moxie to, man, he's a smaller dude, but he's not just going to just let some dude just roll over on him. He's going to give whatever, he's going to give back whatever he gets. So I really enjoy the future. I probably have maybe 5 matches with Kid Cash, and I loved every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Kid Cash is definitely one of the greater high flyers out there in those early indies, and of course TNA. So yeah. Oh yeah. Where did I have it? Oh yeah. So you said did some work in Winnipeg. You were up in October 7th. You did some work for the CWE Canada Wrestling Elite.
Yeah.
How was it being up there?
Those are great guys, man. I mean, Danny Duggan runs that, and his right hand man Kevin Cannon. Those guys treat me really well. They run good shows. I don't know how they survive up there with that cold weather, man, but it's nice to have similar camaraderie with fellow pro athletes that you've never encountered before. And that's when I went to Winnipeg and Thunder Bay again for CWE and the week before Christmas.
Oh yeah. Danny Duggan, me and Jesse know about him for sure, and he's been on the show months, and I mean, yeah, definitely one of the greater indie wrestlers
Yeah,
out there. And saw him a few years ago, and he's got his own promotion now and doing great up there. So, yeah.
man, he's doing so well. He doesn't need AEW or Impact, something like that. Because I mean, he runs 90 to 100 shows a year. So I mean,
Yeah.
how many tenants can say they could do that?
Yeah, definitely. I know during the summer or during COVID time, it was definitely. I mean, it was harder everywhere to run shows, but it was a lot harder to run shows in Canada. And I know he came down here and did some shows. So yeah, yeah. Oh, Danny Duggan for life, definitely. So yeah. All right. Jesse. Oh, where do you go?
I'm right here.
Okay.
All right, I got one more question for Hernandez, and then we could probably let him go for the night.
Okay.
Have any Kevin Nash stories for the viewers?
Man, Kevin was, when he was in TNA, was super cool, super gracious to everyone. So I mean, I just think how awesome it was for him to stay relevant in TNA and have as little matches as possible. That he's getting plenty of camera time. I mean, I wish I could pull off what he can do with charisma and ring presence and all that, because brother, he's outside looking in, he's stealing money because every he knows how to negotiate a contract. So every time you saw him, he's getting paid when he's wrestling on. And man, I probably could count on 1 year on maybe three. He maybe had 3 to 5 matches the whole year, but had more the whole X division.
Yeah.
So, you can't hate on him. But, I mean, if you were in that situation, or you were in that situation, Jesse, you would do the exact same thing. But man, what a negotiator, huh?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh yeah, I kind of went back a few days ago and watched some old stuff, and he and Booker T were on commentary as called himself Chet Lemon on one of the episodes. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, Chet Lemon and Black Snow. It was I was crying. I thought it was the first thing.
Yeah,
I think that's a hidden talent that Kevin Nash has that's been sorely misused. And man, they should make him do commentary somewhere.
Yeah. It was so. I never knew he did a commentary and Impact. Just him and Booker T just doing. I was like, what? When was this? And watched it and checked it out, and I was like, this is good stuff and good entertainment for sure for Impact. So yeah, Chet Lemon needs to come back one day. And yeah. Yeah, let's go with one more thing here. What are some of your future shows that you have coming up?
I'm doing a lot of Texas shows coming up. I help run a promotion, AWR. We're based in Austin. We run shows straight down I-35 from Austin to San Antonio. So we go to every small town, boom, 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 right down 35. And man, we do shows at the F1 for the Formula Race. And we do shows at Fort Sam here at the military base here in San Antonio. We do bar shows at like Sean Patterson, San Marcos, which is a huge college town from Texas State University. We have a lot of things local going on, man. Next weekend, I'm doing a show in Laredo, Texas with Super Crazy. So it's good. I mean, wrestling kind of slows down a little bit in January and February, and then really heats up in March on Independence. So it's good for me to do these shows in Austin, Laredo, some of this, and I can sleep in my same bed that night. So I'm really, really blessed.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, guys, go check out if you're in the Texas area, go check out Hernandez, or if you want to make the long road trip, I think that'd be a good road trip to go see Hernandez down there. So
yeah, man, we'll be drinking plenty of these. So.
Oh yeah. And oh yeah, Pete King wants to bring you back the APW for sure. So yeah.
Guy, things work out, let's do business. Pete, APW is a good promotion.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Jesse are big fans of APW and still yet to be there in person. But yeah, we've been following everything they're doing and talk with Pete back and forth about what he's got going on for his promotion. So yeah, it's good stuff for sure. All right. Let's go with one more fan question. What's your favorite food on the road from Paul Gerard's on Facebook?
Oh man, I'm a fat kid at heart, brother. So I never had it before. So recently, I went a couple times to Canada, Winnipeg, and also last year I was introduced to, I don't know how you say it, poutine and protein. Basically, it's French fries and gravy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think
if you think it sounds gross, bro, you're missing something. I lived in Toronto. Right now, I'm 245 pounds. I would be about 425.
Oh man.
On the outside looking in, you say French fries and gravy, man, that sounds gross. Man, I in that sauce, I asked for seconds.
Yeah.
If you never tried this, you have to try this. You try to keep your stomach down. That's so you can drink more beers and stuff like that. But man, if I'm in Canada, I've got to have those French fries and gravy, man.
Yeah. Is that a Canada dish up there? Or is that just kind of what Canada's known for? You just kind of had it?
I have no idea. I just know this. Hey, I'm a dumbass. I'm going to order a steak there, and they go, "Oh, you want some poutine with that?" I go, "What is that?" He goes, "Oh, it's French fries and gravy." I go, "Is the gravy on the side?" I go, "Yes, it is." Okay, cool. Bring it. Let's see what happens. And I took that first French fry, and about 90 seconds later, I ordered another batch of poutine by myself.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It looks interesting. Fries and gravy. But,
looks deceiving, looks can say, "Oh man, it might be gross." I mean, it's just like in the 80s when they tell you, "Man, just try crack one time. Just try one time, it'll be instantly hooked." That's food is my crack. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Jesse, we might have to try that.
Try it, bro. You're a young cat like me, brother. I know you try at least once.
Yeah. Fans, go try some poutine. Oh man, there you go. All right, but yeah, I think that's all we got for you. It was, definitely awesome to have you back on. Glad you agreed to, or glad that you and Jesse talked to get you back on here and just seeing what you're up to and more stories.
Man, you need something, man, just hit me up, man. I know how it works. Let's make business. Let's get your audience to grow, man.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, today we just hit at least on the Facebook page, we had 460 followers, so definitely getting up there.
There you go, man. Go from there, man. You guys have a great 2023. Hit me up anytime, man, and man, keep pushing, keep focusing. You guys are gonna get wherever you want to get at, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we hope you have a great 2023 as well in wrestling and life and everything.
Birthday, I'm good, man.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, we'll let you go for the night, and yeah, have a great year.
Awesome, bro. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Yeah. And fans, we're gonna sign out now. All right. Almost there.